Hi guys, I am Abby, life coach, and I provide knowledge about love, heal, and develop yourself. Welcome to the episode, my first podcast. In each episode, I'll share it with you. It's all the truest, the most useful, and maybe even a little bit harsh. But I hope it will help you wake up and choose the most suitable path. With myself. Why do I use the word enlightened? Because when I was young, I didn't have many chances. There are not many sources of information and knowledge to learn like now. That's why the experiences that I have in my life, most of them go through it themselves, or stumble and stand up knowing. Until there are more conditions, better perception, I started to find my weaknesses and never stopped trying. The further you go, the more I realized it was the best way to get better and more complete. It's help people who are having problems. In this first podcast, I'm going to share with you a topic. After years of work, I find it quite painful. It's a dubious relationship. Then I hope, under my share, along with notes about the stories of the clients I've worked with, I'll be able to give you some perspective, so you have the answer for this so-called ambiguous relationship. I'm ready for this first podcast. I don't have a specific script. It's the problems that are almost every day when working with clients. I also encountered, I get a question almost every day. In this community or in this TikTok channel or through this email about a young person and are accidentally or just being in a relationship forever. So what is an ambiguous relationship like? Maybe it's a relationship in which you feel Kia is very elusive, near and far. You feel like you're not quite take control of this relationship, and you feel like them still not entirely mine. It can show in the work. They're not 100% focused on you. They're not committed to you, or they're not public. You don't publish this relationship with other people in their lives, or sometimes you feel like you're not top priority, or maybe you feel that way too. Always have to suffer, for whatever reason, what you might call an ambiguous relationship. The most obvious, that's the relationship. It doesn't have a specific confirmation. It's not published. It doesn't have a name. The notion of a relationship is vague. You've been talking a lot lately, and almost no must show you what is an ambiguous relationship, but almost 100% of people who are in a relationship like that, everyone feels that this is a dubious relationship. You will want to know that. When is it time for me to end an ambiguous relationship like this? Because sometimes there are people who stay for a long relationship like that, but you don't know if you should step out. You don't know what you should do. Stay and wait for people to change. Hope people will see their true love. Or you should keep looking for a new relationship. If you are looking for a new relationship, you will change. Maybe I miss a good person or not. Or when I step out of this relationship, I can't find anyone else more suitable than people. I can't find one that I thought I'd shake so much. Or are you too old now? Let's get out of a relationship now. Can you start a new relationship? I regret the time I spent. I'm afraid to start again. I have to find out again. We have to date again. And then you have to start all the stitching of such a dating process. I was naturally afraid. So when you have those questions in your mind, I'll help you, give you the signs, so that you know you should end an ambiguous relationship or not. The first sign to know that you should end that dubious relationship. It's this relationship. It lacks clear direction. It means when you meet someone for a long time that you're still not sure about the state of this relationship. You don't know where the relationship is going. You don't know the reality. What's this relationship called? Am I someone's lover? Is that person your girlfriend's boyfriend? I can comfortably introduce people around you or not. If you've read a book, how much do you cost? Of course, maybe you will remember one detail. That's when the author tells the story for the first time. She met her current husband. Then at that time, accidentally, she's fallen into an ambiguous relationship, and she doesn't know it herself. Because at the time she thought they were a couple. Then one day, when two people participate in an event, somehow she's very happy and excited. And she introduced him to everyone that this is my boyfriend. The Kia man felt very angry and yelled at her profusely and said that, "Why do you say that? I'm showing off that you're a very childish person." It was that moment that made her realize. It turns out that everything she's thinking about, so far, this relationship has been a myth. Then it also leads to the second sign. That's when you feel the efforts you put in. It's just from one side. In particular, it's only from your side. If you are the only one trying, so that this relationship is to get better. Or you feel like you've always got to be proactive. I always have to be approachable. I always have to contact people. That's the warning sign. It's that he doesn't invest much in you. It's like you're investing in him. The third sign. But this sign is also very obvious. And this one, it's easy to see with girls. Or maybe you're a little more sensitive, emotionally in a relationship. It's in a dubious relationship. You will feel that the Kia is not ready. Or not being open to you emotionally. This means that the person is not ready, or don't care, nor discuss about the topics that a couple would normally talk to each other. It could be the future. It could be your relationship. It could be what you like, what you need in a relationship. It could be what the next steps of the relationship are. It can also be when you're feeling really sad, or going through a really bad feeling. That person wasn't there. And you feel so clear. You and that person are in a relationship, but you can't call them, because you feel like you're bothering them. It will also lead to the fourth sign. It's that you feel disrespected. No emotional respect was given. But if this person doesn't respect you, in every way, for example, they treat this friend badly, they take advantage of this friend, they show you are not important in their lives. They don't make time for you. They don't devalue your time. They don't devalue your money either. And most importantly, they don't value your feelings. Then it's clear, they're not trying to build a relationship healthy with you. And the last sign, to tell you that you should stop. A dubious relationship. That's when this relationship, it has no development. Because it didn't have direction in the first place. How can it continue to grow? Because we don't know where we're going. And when you're inside, this has been a relationship for a long time, that you don't feel like you're making progress. They progress. Nature, this relationship changes in a positive way. And you don't feel this is a kind of romantic love that you are looking for. The idea is meaningful. Now is the time to end this relationship. Even though we know this is a dubious relationship, I know it's not good. I want to get out. But there's no way out. Partly because of the time I spent. It's partly because I'm afraid to walk. I can't find anyone else. Or even worse. There is also the thought that if I step out, unfortunately, people change. If only I knew someone else then. Can I get back to people or not? Dear, that's a very stupid thought. I met not a few. A lot of my friends told me that I was afraid. If you know someone else, unfortunately he came back, he was looking for you. Do you have a chance to get back to him? And I feel sorry for the new guy. Before ending a relationship, the important thing is that you have time. Looking back, reevaluating your emotions, and ask yourself questions. Are you really happy in this relationship? Do you get what you want or not? Both emotionally and physically. In terms of soul, spiritually, even spiritually, in a way, there are people who are following their spiritual values. And for them, it's a matter of trust. It's very important. There are people they worship, this Buddha or this God, or the higher gods they believe in. Sometimes they go to someone because that person satisfies the need in terms of their spirituality. Then you have to ask yourself questions. Are you really happy with this relationship? If not, it has time to be honest with yourself and admit that it's this relationship. It doesn't meet your needs. Or to put it more harshly, it doesn't respond your standard. You can only know this if you have clear standards, if you are honest with your feelings. The second step I'd like to share with you to get out of this relationship, it's that you have to say it. It can be said in many ways. There are people who choose to send messages. Some people choose to call. There are people who you have to want to talk clearly. But someone pushed you into a dubious relationship. They will be very attentive. They'll know as soon as you give up. And a cruel thing, that's as soon as they feel that your energy is no longer focused on them, then they'll start to turn their attention to you. They'll start giving you a little interest, a little affection, a little time to give you a little hope, to make you feel that people really are so endy. But all of that is an illusion. Because a person who wanted to take advantage of you emotionally, they'll know how to manipulate your psyche. Because they know what you like. So if you already know what I want and what I need, this is when you have to communicate in a very clear way and decisive. Be as honest as possible. You don't have to be afraid of people being sad or people get hurt. When you're finished, you don't have to be afraid of people regretting it. Because if someone has appreciated you from the beginning, then they'll always do it consistently. But if they don't respect you, and they just feel like they're about to lose you, then they change. It doesn't come from their sincere feelings. After saying out, I'm convinced that no matter what the outcome is, you will also feel, I feel relieved and more confident because at least once, you have also been living as yourself. The next thing you need to do, it's about setting a specific boundary. What's the boundary here? You can imagine the boundary here. It's like fences. You built it to protect your home. It means you have to figure out something. Good for me or not. And what we're going to compromise on or not. I'll give you an example. You don't accept. That's how people treat themselves. You have to stop contacting them. You don't allow them into your life. You don't allow them to treat you badly. Even if they want to be nice to you, you don't need that either. And when you set boundaries, you have to respect boundaries. Then they can respect you. If you don't even prioritize yourself, I don't even love myself. People will look at you and they will treat you. That's why the next step is the same. I need you to do. It's about taking time to take care of yourself. Because of the nature of a link, relationships are when you need something. What are you missing? That's when you'll see that. In others, if they can bring you that you can't bring yourself, you'll be clinging to it like a life raft. And gradually, you can imagine, if you come into a relationship for something that you lack, that suddenly people don't give you that anymore. Is it that you will be dependent? To be precarious? Gradually, more and more run Theo like an addict? Then this is the time I need. You have to take time to take care of yourself and meet your own needs. In some way, I can do what makes you happy and happy. Such as this exercise going out, even go dancing with these friends. Eat what you like the most. Walk with people you like. How long has it been since you've walked around with How long has it been since you went on a picnic with an AM? How long has it been since you discovered something new? Try to go to a new place. Try something new that I've never done before. Why do you want to do all that with one without taking you seriously? The best right now. Just focus on making time for yourself. And for those I love. You shouldn't use social media either, or a dating app at this point in time, because it only makes you more empty. Because of the need or the gap, you haven't been compensated inside yet. If you don't do it yourself, then you're going to look for someone else. The last thing I want to share with you is, sooner or later you will have to move on. If at some point you feel ready, I want to move forward with a long-term relationship, more satisfied, healthier, more positive. Then open your heart. Because it's whether you take the initiative, looking for someone new or not. Then you've learned a lesson from an old relationship, right? Wrong doesn't matter, but it's important that we know how to fix it. Don't make it right by making another mistake. So just allow yourself to at least, I was in that relationship only once. Don't be foolish to enter into an ambiguous relationship. The second time, it makes you incapable to build any relationship. Be healthy with the people around you. I know you're probably in a lot of pain, or very sad, and even fear, when you step out of this relationship again, but only when we go through the fear, then we'll really grow up. And we've just found a relationship. It's meant for me. Email me or text me if you want, that you have to confide in, and tell me that. What do you want me to share next? Thank you for listening to my podcast so far. I'll see you in episode 2.